All right, now on to the next phase. This is going to be putting the siding on the upper portion here. It's going to be trimming out the roof framing with the subfascias and fascias, putting the sheathing on the roof, and then putting the roof on itself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the siding on the three sides up here, on the two sides in the front. And then once that's done, then the real fun can begin. Okay, the wall panels are up on the upper part. So this is the T111 siding, where it's a T111 finish on the outside, and on the inside it's just a regular OSB finish. If you get, they make like little storage buildings that you can buy and they deliver onto site, you know, like a 10 by 20 or something. That's what they use, is this same exact stuff. And the good thing is it's primed on the outside, so we don't have to prime it, we just have to paint it. But here it is on the front. Let me zoom back a little bit. By zoom back, I mean walk. And if you didn't see where the screw holes were, you really couldn't tell where the joints are. And that's because it has like a tongue and groove type finish to it. So here it is on the other side. And so this is what it looks like from the back side. So it just looks like regular OSB from this side here. And then wanted to show, if you look at panel, that's what the one side looks like. And then the other side looks like this. I know I'm rotating the camera all over the place, and I'm sorry. Other side looks like that, so they interlock when you put them together, so they're actually a little bit wider than 48 inches. So yeah, that's the first step done. Next thing to do is to put the subfascias and the fascias on, and then the real fun begins. Okay, I have a conundrum of sorts. I need to put the subfascias and fascias boards on. Now, the subfascia pieces are right here. The two on the ones that go on the front and the back are 16 feet long, and the ones that go on the side are about 14 feet long. And these things weigh an average about 4 pounds per foot. So the 16 feet pieces are going to weigh at least 60 pounds or so, plus or minus. Then we have the same thing on the back here. So I've been trying to figure out how in the world am I going to be getting these up here. The good thing is Andre is out at a meeting right now, so I get to do something that she probably would not want me to do, but she's not here to stop me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this fascia, subfascia piece up and stick it up here by myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it prepped, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, what I did is I put some braces underneath the rafters, and now I'm going to go pick up one of those 16-foot pieces and put it up there by myself. So let's see what happens. Okay, there you go. Now it's up there. All I got to do is just screw it into place. All right, subfascia is up. I left the two ledger strips on there because I'm going to use those when I go to put the sides on. So I figure there's no need taking them down if I'm going to put them right back up. Now I get to do the bottom side. Unfortunately, we got woods right behind us, so I won't be able to zoom out far enough to be able to put it up on video, but it's the same idea, just a lot shorter. All right, I think the cat might be out of the bag. Andre came home, and I'm trying to tell her that they just magically appeared up there. I don't know if she believes me or not.
Nope.
So, but here's all the subfascias. Now what we got to do is put the fascia boards on, which the fascia boards are over here. So they're going to go in front of the subfascias so we can create a good drip edge. And then tomorrow gets to be the fun day because we get to put roof sheathing on. So hopefully I can get the fascias up today, and then we can start on that in the morning. Okay, I went with a different hanging system this time because these subfascias are the fascia is longer than the subfascia. So I wanted it to hang down. It's not an exact dimension, as long as it's more than what it needs to be. I'll get it up there, and then I'll walk it all the way over. Walking means you start on one end and then you screw incrementally till you get to the other side, so you can make sure that the heights and everything are the best. So that's what I'm going to do next. Alright, it's the next morning. We got the fascia boards up. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap there. And I still have my little bracket piece that I have to take down. So hopefully today, when we're messing with the roof, we'll be able to close that gap up. And then we get out here and there's a little bit of fog out here. See if I can zoom in where you can see it. So it's not like it was a couple of weeks ago where you couldn't even see the tower right there. But yeah, this fog is quickly dissipating. It was actually, we've been out here about 5 minutes and it's already about gone. So yeah, today is roof sheathing. Okay, sheathing is done. So everything ended up being really good. We have this little strip on the side here. This is the only real spot right here that got a little wonky. But other than that, this looks good. This is a 3 and 12 slope, so I was able to stand on it no problem, and the boards, simply by friction, were able to stay up here. So nothing really got close to sliding off. Andrea is down there cutting right now.
Cursing at you.
She's cursing at me for some reason.
Yeah, because you're making me unroll this to cut it in half.
And but yeah, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the drip edges, have a drip edge at the top and the bottom, and then we're going to have to put the tar paper up, or the felt paper, and then the starter strips. And then if we get done with that today, I will be happy. Okay, I am done with the drip edge, the felt paper, and I got some starter strips that I put at the top and the bottom. And one thing with the law of construction, when you're doing roof, it has a good chance of raining. So even though we had like a 2% chance of rain today, now it looks like it's going to rain for a little bit. But it's getting late in the day and we're tired, so we're going in. So there's the drip edge on the bottom side here, and here's the drip edge on the top side. So theoretically, water will come down, go onto that drip edge, and then whatever does not go on the drip edge is going to go on the fascia board, which becomes its own drip edge. So we have a double drip edge, so to speak. So here's the side. The paper kind of is curling up a little bit, but as soon as we get the shingles on, which will be tomorrow, then that should go from there. And then once this stupid roof is done, that'll be the hard part. Then the only other thing is going to be the walls and the door, which hopefully should be a piece of cake. So there's going to be my nice ventilation up there, and then you get the ventilation, of course, down here. So that's it for today. Okay, so the first law of roofing did apply. About 2 minutes after I finished the last video, it actually rained for a little bit here. So that was kind of funny. So I'm coming out to see, I'm going to get up onto the roof in a second to see what happened over there, but everything looks good here. Looks like the drip edge is actually doing its job down here. There's a bunch of little spots on the ground. It normally indicates the drip edge doing its job. Let's look up here. Yeah. Well, good. And here's the roof itself. Now this felt paper can be down for a little while and be exposed like this, so this isn't going to be a problem. You don't want it to obviously be here on a permanent basis, but when we go to install the shingles in the morning, all of this will be dried out, so it should be fine. But yeah, this was the first rain with the roof on. Okay, the roof is finally done. That was about 5 hours of not fun. Andrea would be in agreement. So We actually used a little less than what I estimated, so we have a little bit extra shingles. I'd rather have a little extra than I would have a little short. So I can live with that.
And this is Jeff on top of the roof. Because, well, that's what he does. And I would never do this again.